What if I told you there is a scholarship that can fund your education in Australia at the University of Melbourne, and most people who qualify for it never applied for it? Not because they are not eligible, but because they simply do not know it exists. You do not even need to fill out a separate scholarship application. The moment you apply to the university, you are automatically considered for the funding. Today on Sprint Remote, let's talk about University of Melbourne Graduate Research Scholarship for 2026. And I'm going to tell you exactly who qualifies, what the scholarship covers, how to apply step by step, and how to make sure your application actually competes at the highest level. Now, if you have ever dreamed of doing your master's or PhD in Australia, fully funded, stay with me because this video could literally change the direction of your life. So, what exactly is the University of Melbourne Graduate Research Scholarship all about? The University of Melbourne award graduate research scholarships to international students who want to pursue either a master's by research or a PhD, what they call a doctoral degree. There are actually two types of scholarship within this package, and the first is a Melbourne Research Scholarship, that is the MRS, and the second is a Research Training Program Scholarship. Together, they form a comprehensive funding package that covers your tuition fee, your living costs, your health insurance, and even your relocation. And here is the most important thing I want you to write down right now. When you apply for a graduate research program at the University of Melbourne, you are automatically considered for the scholarship. You do not need to submit a second application. You do not write a separate scholarship essay. Your course application is your scholarship application. Now, there is a small exception. Now, if you are already enrolled or if you defer a previous offer, you will need to submit a short additional form. But I think for most of you watching this video right now, it is one application and that is it. Now, let's talk about who can apply because I know this is a question that most of you will be asking, and the answer is very simple. If you are applying to or are currently enrolled in a graduate research degree at the University of Melbourne, you are eligible to be considered for this scholarship. You can be a domestic student, meaning Australian or international student. It does not matter where you are from. The scholarship is open to all nationalities around the world, and there is no country list. There is no regional restriction. Wherever you are applying from, Lagos, Nairobi, Accra, Cairo, Addis Ababa, wherever, Africa, North America, everywhere you are qualified to apply for this scholarship. Now, the selection is based on academic merit. This means that your academic record from your last completed degree carries the most weight, right? The university will score and rank you based on two things. And the first is your academic achievement. What grades did you get in your undergraduate or master's degree? Two, your research potential. Can you actually carry out independent research at the higher level? This is assessed through your research proposal, your references, and any research experience you have already have, right? So here is a reality check I want to give you. The scholarship is competitive. Around 600 slots are awarded each year, and 600 people out of thousands of applicants, right? So your job is not just to apply. Your job is to apply well. We will get exactly how to do that in a few minutes. But first, let me show you what you are actually competing for, because when you hear these numbers, you will understand why it is worth giving this your very best, your absolute best into your application. Now, here is the benefit. The scholarship covers your tuition fees 100%. You pay nothing for your academic programs. For a master's by research, that is covered for up to 2 years, and for PhD, it is covered for up to 4 years. International tuition at Melbourne can run into tens of thousands of dollars per year. So this alone is enormous enough to encourage you to put in your best into your application. But then they also give you a living stipend, right? In 2026, the stipend is about 39,500 Australian dollar per year, and that is for full-time study, right? It is paid pro rata, meaning if you are part-time, it adjusts. Now, this stipend is indexed, so it tends to go up a little each year. So, and for masters by research, you receive this stipend for up to 2 years. For a PhD, up to 3.5 years, right? They also give you a relocation grant. So if you are moving from another Australian state to the other, and if you are moving from outside Australia, which most of you watching this video will be, you get about 3,000 Australian dollar, and that helps you with flights, temporary accommodation, and settling in, right? And for international students who need a student visa to study in Australia, the scholarship covers their overseas student health cover. That is your health insurance covered for you. So here is exactly how to apply for this University of Melbourne Graduate Research Scholarship step by step. And the first step is to find your research area and your supervisor. And this is not optional at all. This is the most important step of this entire process. You need to identify a faculty member at the University of Melbourne who is currently doing a research in your area of interest and who has the capacity to take on a new student. Now go to the University of Melbourne website and use their Find a Researcher, right? There's a tool called Find a Researcher. Type in the research keyword and look for academics whose work aligns with yours, right? And the second thing is email that supervisor before you start your application. I cannot stress this enough. Contact them, write a short professional email, introduce yourself, mention your academic background, attach a brief one-page research summary, and ask if they can take on a new student. Now, if a supervisor agrees to work with you before you apply, your application becomes significantly stronger. Because many applicants skip this step, do not be one of them, right? It's very, very bad. Now, I know some of you are worried about reaching out to a professor you have never met. Just do it. The worst they can say is they are not taking students, right? But when they said yes, and many actually do, it changes your entire application, right? And the third step is to prepare your documents. We will go through the full checklist in just a moment, but know that your research proposal is the centerpiece of your application. It needs to be sharp, specific, and aligned with the faculty's existing research, right? And the fourth step is apply through the University of Melbourne Graduate Research Application Portal. And the website is study.unimelb.edu.au. I'll put this link in the comment section, and I'll put it in the description of this video. Now create an account, find your target program, and complete the online application. The link is in the description and pinned in the comments, right? And the fifth is to submit before October 31st, because application can come in at any time during the year. But here is what the university says clearly. Most scholarships are awarded in round 1 for students commencing the following year, and round 1 is tied to the October 31st informal deadline, right? Miss that window and you may wait a full year for the next main intake. So do not procrastinate. And the sixth step is to wait for your confirmation, and after you submit, you should receive an acknowledgement within 7 days. Scholarship offers typically come out around the same time as course admission decision. Use the waiting period to prepare. which we'll talk about in a moment. So let us run through your document checklist quickly so you know exactly what to prepare. The first document you need is your certified academic transcript from every degree you have completed, including a grading scale or GPA keys for the committee to interpret your result, right? Now, the second document is your English language test, your IELTS, your TOEFL, or an equivalent test. The third document is your research proposal, and the fourth document is your academic CV. The fifth document is your two academic reference letter. The sixth document is your statement of purpose SOP, and this is your personal case for why you deserve this scholarship and why this university. And the seventh document is your passport copy for international applicants. And the eighth and the last document is any research output, could be your published papers, conference presentations, thesis documents, include whatever you have, right? And that is your full document checklist. Now start gathering this now. Even if you plan to apply a few months from now, some of these, especially the reference letters, can take time, right? Now let us talk about life after acceptance, because this is something a lot of scholarship videos skip over. And if you are an international student, you will need to apply for the Australian student visa subclass 500, right? You apply for this after receiving your confirmation of enrollment from the university. Here is what is great for graduate research scholars specifically. Masters by research and PhD students on the student visa have no limit on the number of hours they can work per week during their studies. That is different from regular coursework students who have a 48-hour per fortnight cap, right? So while your stipend covers your living costs, you also have the flexibility to take on part-time work if you want to, right? And the visa application fee as of 2026 is about 2,000 Canadian dollar. Now, what happens after you finish your degree? You can apply for a temporary graduate visa subclass 485, and this is Australian post-study work visa, and it is one of the most generous in the world for research graduate. Now, as a master's by research graduate, you can stay and work for up to 3 years. As a PhD graduate also, up to 3 years you can stay there and work. And here is a big one. Research degree graduate can apply for the subclass 485 until they are under 50 years old. And the regular cutoff is 35. So if you are older, this pathway is still open to you. Now from here, many graduates transition to permanent residency through the skill independent visa subclass 189 or the skill nominated visa subclass 190. Now, Australia has a strong skill-based migration system, and a research degree from Melbourne puts you in a very strong position for that pathway. Now, let me be real with you for a second. 600 people a year get this scholarship, and thousands applied. That means some qualified, brilliant people do not win in this first round. Now, if that happens to be you, it does not mean you are not good enough. It means you need to either reapply stronger or pursue a parallel pathways, right? And here are some alternatives to consider. There is Australian Award Scholarship, there is Chevening Scholarship, and there is Commonwealth Scholarship, and many other scholarships that you can check out on our website www.sprintremote.com, or on this page for other scholarship that we talked about that you can apply for, right? So before I let you go, I want to say something directly to those of you who have been watching scholarship content for months, saving videos, making lists, but not actually applying. This is your sign, right? The University of Melbourne Graduate Research Scholarship is real. The funding is real. The opportunity is global. And the process, as I have shown you today, is more straightforward than most scholarship you have seen. You do not need a perfect GPA. You need a strong academic record, a focused research proposal, and a good supervisor, and the courage to actually hit submit, right? Now, the application link is in the description and pinned in the comment. The full written guide with every details I mentioned today is on our website, Sprint Remote, at www.sprintremote.com. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.